Hello, how are you? Yes, I am fanning myself and you're probably wondering why. It's going to actually form the reason and the basis of a lot of the topic that we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to get to that for a second. I'm going to pop this down just for a second. Whew. Excuse my coffee machine in the background. It's always on point when I'm taping, isn't it? Just for those of you that have watched my other videos, you'll always hear that little bad boy in the background going off. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. My name is Grace, and if you are returning to hear some more of my crazy antics, thank you so much for your support. Before we get started with roughly what today is going to be about, if you haven't already subscribed, now I'm going to try and do it this way this time, subscribed, I would love for you to do so, or subscribed. All the little captions are going to come out when I do the editing, so it's going to be hilarious. If you haven't already hit a like, I would love a thumbs up as well. And, you know, all your comments and so on, all down there. I think they're down there. Yeah, down there. Cool. I am going to give a bit of a hashtag disclaimer for those of you that might have little kitty winks around that might be within earshot. It's not going to be anything dirty or disgusting talk today. However, we're going to just have a bit of a chat regarding some things of the female topic, if you will. So, gentlemen, if you're listening and this is not something you want to be hearing about and you want to be doing this, now's your time to opt out or turn the volume up, whichever one is your preference. I don't mind either way. Same with you ladies. If this is, if you start hearing something that's not to your liking, I completely understand. At the end of the day, I'm not going to know if you listen to the end or not. However, have I got some stories to share today. I am going to flip this camera around. I'm going to work on my diamond painting. Come join me for a chat, guys, and I will see you soon. Hello. Welcome to my WIP and chat TMI, sorry, not sorry episode. I know it's a little bit different to the norm. So for those of you that are new to, let me get that out of your way. New to my channel or new to the world of diamond painting, welcome. And what is a WIP, I hear you ask? I'm here. Hi, hang on, let me just scooch down. Hi. What is a WIP? A WIP is a work in progress. So basically I'm going to be working on my diamond painting. This is a custom that I am doing as a gift for my nephew for his baptism and christening coming up on the 21st of February. So I'm on a deadline, but I've made some progress. If you've been following my WIP and chats, I have done the bottom half here, the bottom part here. I've done this side, and now I'm working on this part of his gorgeous little smoochy face. And I'm in the confetti world at the moment. I managed to knock out a whole bunch of blocking right here, which was really cool. And now I'm in confetti world, so it kind of throws me, especially when I don't know why I'm choosing to do a WIP and chat when there is totally so much confetti happening around. But anyway, we'll get through it. Today, TMI, sorry, not sorry. So I kind of gave you guys a disclaimer at the start that today is going to be, you know, women's issues and women's stuff. And what is all that about? Well, let me just say, as I change colors right away, let me just say, there's a few topics at hand. Let me go with number one. What's with the hot flushes? Can someone tell me? Please? Yes, ma'am, I am waiting. What's with the hot, like, see that comment section down there? Please type away and let me know. Am I the only one that is suffering this? I know I'm not the only one. I definitely know I'm not the only one. So if you know what I'm talking about. Scream out if you so wish to share, that is. Not everyone is as comfortable in doing so as myself. So, but that's okay. That's okay. This is a safe place, and I'm happy to talk about such matters. So I am 49 years old, 49, and I guess for a few years I've kind of known that this was coming. Did I think it was going to be so bad? Hell no. Nope. Not at all. Not at all. I would say probably for the last 18 months or so, give or take, probably more so in the last 12 months, Mother Nature, she has smacked me in the face. Totally smacked me in the face. This whole thing of a hot flush, nah, I'm not down for this. I'm not down for this. And, you know, I was talking to a work colleague about it, who I think, well, I'm pretty sure she made mention that she's actually finished this part of her life, and she was informed, get this one, she was informed that this could potentially go on for up to 5 years. No. No and no. No, 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 no. Where's the voting ballot? I vote no. I unsubscribe. I quit. I withdraw my subscription. What do you need from me in order for me to, you know, not have to subscribe to this? It's because I'm not happy about it. Not volunteering at all. The flood of heat that comes from my toes all the way up and lands smack bang in my face and causes me to absolutely break out into the worst fiery perspiration is absolutely beyond this world. I can't even explain to you. And can I just tell you, these little episodes, they're not on any time watch. They're not on any you know, timetable. No. I could be sitting here and without warning, bang, 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 it'll just flood. Yep. Like a flood of heat, and I run for that air conditioner and switch it on just to cool down the cockles of everything, because it's just on fire. The best though, I've got to tell you, and I say that with tongue in cheek and with a bit of sarcasm, the best is actually when I might be sitting there talking to a client at work. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of fun. No, not at all. That one's a doozy, because, you know, to keep your composure and have to continue on in a professional manner whilst all you want to do is jump into a bath of cold ice water. Yeah, that's not fun at all. Not fun at all. And especially when, you know, it's not even on the phone, when it's a face-to-face conversation. Wow. I was told by this colleague at work, you know, Gracie, you know, you feel like, you know, your face has gone all red and flushed in the face, but it's not the case at all. And like, I've had these episodes in front of her and she goes, you're fine, you're good, you don't look any different. All the while, I feel like I've, you know, just basically exploded right in front of her. I don't know, us women, we go through it all, don't you think? You know, and it is what it is, you know, it's part of life. I suppose for me to have to be going through this right now, it means I'm somewhat normal, if there is such a thing as what's normal. What is normal? Can someone, what's normal? Is there any such thing as normal? But I guess, you know, it's the change of life and what we have to endure. That's only part of everything. It's actually quite interesting. Each of the things that I wanted to share with you today encompasses an episode of such flushes, which, you know, have hit at the most inopportune time. Inopportune time, which leads me to a wonderful segue of being a woman and having to take care of our, how do I say this without, I'm trying to be as eloquent as possible, as delicate as possible, perhaps let's just say, you know, having to take care of our lady bits. Yeah. So just so that you know, we, as along with most of the world last year, were in lockdown, and along with lockdown came the closure of all our beauty salons. Along with the closure of all our beauty salons came the fact that I had nowhere to go to tend to the, I'm trying to find the right words. Oh my gosh. Maintenance, shall we say, of my lady bits. I actually quite like to have that taken care of by a professional and waxed. Let's just say it. Okay. Can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm saying it. Pardon me. It was an X that I just saw. Where did it go? I'm coming back to you guys. I'm coming back. Bear with me a sec. It's gone. I'm determined not to leave. Pardon me. Anywho, when I came to the realization that the salons were going to be closed for quite some time, I became incumbent upon myself to take this situation into my own hands. Yeah. Can you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So, picture this. I'm in our chemist, our local chemist, and I'm standing in the aisle and I am confronted by a gazillion different options of home waxing care kits or remedies or whatever you want to call them, and I haven't got a clue which one to use. All I know is I have just been the one that's been on a table and let the lovely ladies do what they do best, and never had to worry about what type of wax it is, what's best for such sensitive areas. None of that. Right? So, in true YouTube style, I sit there and start Googling and YouTubing. Not methods or anything. Calm down. I'm in a chemist, right? So I'm not going to sit there and start YouTubing that stuff. But I certainly did start looking up the reviews of all the different brands, because obviously, you know, I wanted to get something that was going to be suitable, easy to use, and that I wouldn't cause myself any third-degree burns, because that's a potential, you know, hazard when dealing with hot wax. Yeah. So, I have Googled which one I want. I confidently, but not confidently, hesitantly take it to the counter, pay for it, take it home. Okay. Alrighty. Didn't read all the instructions, and we're going to get to why that's important in a second. However, I've brought it home and I've started. Guys, ladies, and gents, if this is something you have ever thought that is an easy thing to do, allow me to set the record straight and just give you 3 words. Don't do it. No. I don't even know what I thought I was thinking, that in a standing position, it was a good idea to apply wax in areas that should not be have wax applied whilst in a standing position. It did not end well. It ended in me screeching and screaming all around my bathroom. Yeah. There were some points where I was screaming and screeching so loud that I was laughing because it was the only way I could deal with that pain. It was, yeah, beyond excruciating, Let me just say, without going into too many graphic details, that it got to a point at one stage, I'm not even gonna, I thought I'd kind of waxed everything shut. Yeah. Yes. Yes. You heard it right. Yes. It was a nightmare, to say the very least, the absolute very least. Something that would normally take a professional waxer to do, I think I need to, funny about that, I think I need to change my wax. Something that would normally take a waxer, a professional salon beauty person, maybe 30 minutes to do, I was held ransom in that bathroom for an hour and a half. I am not joking, not even joking. So do you have any idea? Let me just go through the motions. Yeah, all that time. Why? Because I had to somehow figure out how I was going to remove all this wax that I had so generously lathered in there, thinking that, more is better. No, more was not better. I had generously, just plastered it up where it went. I had to somehow figure out how I was going to get it off. Yeah. And not rip my insides out in the meantime. Suffice it to say, I quickly became the quickest. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I quickly became the most amazing surgical person, if you will, when it comes to a knife, hot wax, and cutting that wax, which was attached to such sensitive parts. Can you get the visual yet? I, millimetre by millimetre, snipped through, holding my breath the entire time. But that's not the best bit. Let's just keep going. Once I actually, realised that I was going to be okay and not have to go to the emergency room because, in my wisdom, decided to take on this little project, I quickly discovered, remember how I said I didn't read all the instructions? I quickly discovered that, before I get to that bit, let's just go with, ripping that wax off. Yeah, no. What is that called? Masochist? I don't know. I don't know if it's, I don't know. When someone enjoys that pain and is able to self-inflict it and still enjoy it, no. Nope, not for me. When I eventually was able to get it, what I thought to be removed and all off, this is where reading those instructions would have been coming in most handy, because the wax that I bought, the wax that Gracie bought, it's not water soluble at all. And you know what, when I turned around and looked at the box, it says it right there, doesn't it? Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? And, you know, why wouldn't it? So it's my own silly fault. I'm a person that, you know, I'm a firm believer, own your actions. My own silly fault. And what does one require to remove excess residual wax that just will not come off and refuses to come off? One requires baby oil. Now, I don't have baby oil in the house. So here I am in my upstairs bathroom, right? Standing upright, legs apart because I was too scared to stick them back together again for fear of, you know, a repeat of any residual wax, you know, deciding it wanted to play funny buggers and stick together again. So here I am, I'm legs wide apart, and I'm going, okay, now what do? I need baby oil. Well, lucky I'm a gal that thinks outside the square. I can't believe I'm sharing this, but what does Gracie do? All right, the next best thing. Let's go down and get some cooking oil. Yep. So, thank goodness that my house is designed such that, you know, should I choose to walk around in less than, you know, fully clothed manner, I can actually do so, and I have quite a lot of privacy. So, picture this. Here I am thinking, okay, I've got this brainwave. I sit there and I straddle down the stairs ever so carefully, and make my way to the kitchen and get good old-fashioned vegetable cooking oil. I'm thinking, what have I done? What have I reduced myself to? Okay, so I'm standing in my kitchen, and I'm going, right, well, this is not taking place in the kitchen, okay? So I decanted some of that cooking oil into a glass, and I pretty much, I can't describe it any other way other than to say I pretty much waddled back upstairs. Still, you know, legs apart, fearing everything that, you know, it's all going to come crashing down on me. And I get back upstairs and I'm kind of thinking, you know what? I know that when I should have thought of this, right? Because when I go to the salon, of course, they sit there and after everything's done, I mean, they're experts at getting all the, you know, most of the wax off and everything, but of course, they sit there and they, you know, lather up and put a whole bunch of either tea tree oil or some other oils. And now I know why. That being said, I'm sitting there, I'm going, what have I reduced myself to? I'm about to sit here and I felt like I was about to baste myself like a Christmas frickin' turkey. I'm not even joking. That's exactly how it felt because, you know, it's not just rubbing it on like you would hand lotion. You've actually got to sit there, rub it on, rub it in, massage it in. And I thought, oh, wow. Mind you, when this was happening, I was nowhere in my head thinking I was going to do a YouTube channel, and nowhere in my head was I thinking I was ever going to tell a soul, let alone the whole world out there who is listening to this right now. Oh my gosh. So whilst I'm sitting there, and this is where it just gets better and better, right? So whilst I'm sitting there, metaphorically basting like a chicken or a turkey, trying to get all these little micro fragments of wax off my body and nether regions and cursing the whole time. I had so many cuss words, curse words, every other word in between happening. Wouldn't you know it? Good old Mother Nature, yeah? I'm sitting there scrubbing and rubbing and thising and thatting away, and boom, a flush comes my way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. If I hadn't been sweating enough, if I hadn't been perspiring enough, I had to cop a hot flush. Can I just tell you that it started at my toes up, and I could feel it. This time I felt it slowly coming up because it's literally started at my toes, went up my legs, and I thought, it was like Armageddon was coming. It was like, and then up my torso and right up into my face. I honestly thought, no word of a lie, I honestly thought I was going to faint. I really did. It was that bad. It was so, so bad. And I thought, I can't say the words I want to say, but you so-and-so you. Right? You can imagine the cursing that was going on. Oi, 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 oi. At this stage, we're about 2 hours in, yeah? And I'm thinking to myself, why? What in this world possessed me to think that I had even the slightest capability of doing what I have just tried to do? Needless to say, in the end, because I don't have a small mirror, so, it was all sorts of angles happening in the wall mirror. It was just a hot bloody mess. I'm not even joking. It was just a hot mess. When I looked at the final result, all that effort. And what does Gracie end up having to do in the end anyway? She ended up having to do what she was trying to avoid the whole time and clean it all up with a quick shave. I know. You're cringing. You are cringing. I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. It's the whole reason for me wanting to do that was to avoid shaving. But luckily, I didn't do too bad a job. It was just, bits and pieces. You don't need to know all the graphics and actual longitude and latitude positions of where those bits and pieces were, but needless to say, it needed some tidying up. I've since gone back and attempted again. I've tried to sort of, I won't say perfect the technique, but I've kind of improved the technique. Now our salons are back. Oh my gosh. Yes, baby, yes. Come at me and do what you do best, sister. These ladies that I go see, they are marvelous. Completely well worth their weight in gold. What they do and how they do it. Absolutely admire their artwork, if I can say. So, moving on from that kind of topic to maybe a similar but not so similar topic. Let's have a quick conversation about milk. So if you've watched my YouTube channel, I know it's a completely different thing, right? But I'm going to kind of let you digest all of that first and let you on to the third and final sort of topic that I thought would make a good TMI sort of chat today, and that's milk. And you're going, what milk? What are you talking about now, Grace? You are completely gone troppo. And I haven't gone troppo, not yet. They can't put me in the loony bin just yet. Not quite ready. Not yet. So milk, I as you all may not know, love my coffee, and I have a lot of it. And not because I was lactose intolerant, more it was because it was a taste thing that my sister introduced me to way back in the day. She introduced me to soy chai lattes. Okay. And I thought, what is this soy chai latte you speak of, dear sister? And I started ordering them myself and enjoying them. And then one day I kind of thought, oh, you know what? I wonder what soy milk would taste like in normal coffee. Okay. And gave it a whirl, and wow, I haven't looked back since. So, I mean, I've never been one to have milk out of a carton. No, that's not my jam. Sorry. I cannot have plain milk at all. Never have been able to, even as a young child. Well, young, yes, but you know, not as a toddler, not when I could start tasting it. Oh, no. So, flicked over to soy milk. Now, remember that. Never had an issue with normal milk, digestively speaking, okay? And I've been fine. So, when was it? Last week, I don't know how I let this happen, because when I buy my soy milk, I buy the UHT soy milk, which is the ultra pasteurized, I think it is. Like, it's long life milk. And I normally buy it in bulk quantities. For some reason, I don't know how I let it happen, I ran out. And it was morning time, I was getting ready for work, and I had no coffee. Oh, sorry, I had no milk. I did have, however, some full cream milk here, because I just had the offspring here. And he drinks he drinks full cream milk, and I still had some of that in the fridge. Anywho, I really don't like straight black coffee. I prefer to have some milk in it, so I took a chance. And I threw a sugar in there as well, because just to mask the taste of the full cream milk, and had my coffee. Okay, one would think that would be the end of the story. Okay, that's where you would be wrong. I have my coffee. I put the coffee machine on again, because I always take a traveller with me to work on the train. And so I prepared that as well. And I thought, you know what? I might as well, while I'm doing it here, I got that ready. Went up, had a shower, put my face on, put my makeup on, got ready for work, dressed, out the door, had my traveller on the train. Toot, toot, choo, choo. Now, my train ride is about an hour from home to work. And I have to take 2 trains, okay? And I'm sitting there happily listening along to, I always listen along to either a WIP and chat or someone on YouTube. One of my tribe, I always, will listen to someone doing an unboxing or a WIP and chat, and I love that on the train. And I've already caught the second train, so I get 1 train into the city. Okay, follow me on this story. Oh, where have you gone? There you are. Hello. I'm so sorry, peeps. How long were you like that for? Goodness gracious. Hello. So I take 2 trains. The first leg of my train trip is the longest. It takes me into the city. And then I take a second train out, which is only 3 stops away from where I have to get off at work. I've listened to my YouTubers, my creators. I've had a good morning. I get on the second train. Remember, it's only 3 stops away from my work. And all of a sudden, I get this gurgle. I get a gurgle. And the most massive stabbing pain. Stabbing pain in my gut. OMG. Yeah? OMG. And it's like, oh. And I knew what was coming, right? And I'm not going to get into the itty bitty gritty details, but you can imagine where this story is going. Now, I'm 3 stops away from my work, okay? 3 stops. My work has automatic doors, okay? Those doors, they open automatically and cannot be opened beforehand. They open at 8 a.m. sharp every morning. This goody two-shoes, Miss Grace here, of all mornings, was super duper early, wasn't she? And instead of getting to work at her normal time of, 8 o'clock, because I start work at 8:30, so I am always there when the doors open to get there. I always just like to start work early. Instead of getting there at, her normal time, I'm there at 7:45. Or the train is due to arrive at 7:45. I'm on the train. My stomach is making sounds that would scare the best of them. Okay, I was looking around. Thank goodness there's not a lot of people on the train, but I thought, oh my gosh, this is so loud. People can hear me. I was getting paranoid. I was really, really just trying to conceal what was going on. Now, remember how I said there's a running theme? Just to top it all off, you guessed it, Mother Nature, hot flush, hits. I am 1 stop away from work at this stage, okay? I am battling my stomach, which is absolutely going to implode, explode, and every other plode that you can think of. There's the new word for today, plode. And also this hot flush, which is now, enraging through my body. On the train, we also have to wear a mask because it's an enclosed area. So you can imagine the hot mess I was finding myself in. I know that I need to get to a bathroom ASAP. It's not negotiable. I have to get to one, or I will end up being someone's YouTube sensation because, you can imagine. You can imagine, having such an accident on a train. I always say to people, be careful you don't become someone's YouTube sensation. Yeah. I had to get off that train. The train comes to a halt. Now, where my train station is, there's no escalators, elevators, travelators, or anything like that. It is just a ramp. Yep. A long, long, long ramp. I am sweating. I am perspiring. My head is spinning 360 degrees. I am holding my tummy. I don't know why, but I was holding my tummy so tight from the cramps. Going up the ramp with my butt cheeks clenched so tight together, you have no idea. No idea the strength that it took to get myself up that ramp. Oh my God. Okay, we get to the top of the ramp. I touch off on my card. And it's like, now where do I go? I need a bathroom, okay? And my work is shut. My workplace is shut. The doors haven't opened. Quick thinking 99 here, and I think, right, bang, there is a cafe around the corner. And I know for a fact that they do have a bathroom. I've walked in there. Now, normally, when you go into an establishment, you would, I just think it's manners. You would order first and then use facilities and so on and so forth. Thankfully for me, there was a young lad there, and I looked at him imploringly, but without giving too much away as to the desperation and why I needed to use the facilities. And I just said to him, oh, hi, honey. I said, I'm going to order a coffee real quick, but can I just quickly use the bathroom? And I didn't even wait for him to answer. I just ran straight past him. Like, there was literally not a second to waste. I couldn't wait any longer. And I just, butt cheeks clenched together, scooched right past him, beelined it, and used the bathroom facilities. Thankfully for all concerned, thankfully for all concerned, I am someone who always carries not only A, deodorant, but B, perfume in my backpack. And suffice it to say, that bathroom never smelt so much better after I offloaded probably half a can of deodorant because I was so paranoid into that room. And just sat at the table and ordered a coffee, and yes, it was a soy cappuccino. Don't ask me how I thought that was a good idea to order something so quickly after having an incident like that, but it was just such a traumatic morning that I needed to calm down, and that was the only way that I could. Lesson learned. Never shall I ever, especially when I'm on my way to work, will I ever have full cream milk again. It was a total disaster. But as I said, TMI, sorry not sorry, I am sure, quietly confident that everyone has a story that it would be very similar to tell. I guess I'm just game enough to put it out there for the world to hear. And if you've experienced anything, oh gosh, I'm having a flush now. Oy vey, help me. I can't deal. If you've experienced anything and you are happy to share, I would love to hear from you. Oh my gosh. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Look at that. It was at the start and now it's at the end. You wouldn't read about it. You would not read about it. That feels so cathartic, getting that off my chest and just, sharing that. Goodness gracious. I have some news for everyone. If you're watching this and you want to catch me next week, I will be joining Abigail Marie. I'm going to link her channel down below. I will be joining Abigail Marie next week for a live. We've got something really super duper exciting lined up to share with everyone. Now that will be around, I think it's around 12:30 Australian time. And Abigail Marie, if you watch this and you want to correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern in your time, where you are. So we'll work out the details later, but I'm really super excited about that. We've got something that we've been talking to each other about, and I'll be doing a full live with her, or a partial, I don't know, we haven't even discussed that, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be the Aussie and the American getting on there and having some really good conversation. So with that being said, I do hope that wherever you've been today, whatever you've been doing whilst you've been listening to the crazy Aussie chick talk about all this sorry not sorry stuff, that you've had a great one, that you've had a great day, and that you're well and that you're safe. If you've gotten this far and you've gotten to the end, a gold medal, you really deserve a gold medal on this one, I got to tell you. There's heaps more stories where those came from. I've got a whole bunch of them, but those are ones that I thought I'd just kick off my little TMI with today. So wherever you are, I do wish you a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me today. Much love, and ciao for now.